Hey there, party people. It is Soulful Sight, and let's do a little quick weekly reading, some collective energy that I'm feeling. It's the middle of September, so we have 2 weeks ish left. We're right in the middle. We're almost to the start of fall. If you're anywhere on the West Coast, that means virtually nothing. So let's see. Let's see what I'm feeling. Let's see how the collective is feeling. I'd like everybody just real quick take a nice deep breath. Good job. So let's start with my air signs. My air signs. The first thing, and I always ask, who do I speak to first? What's the message? The first thing I got from my air signs is y'all are almost through it. Y'all have been patient. Y'all have been so patient, because I feel like a lot of my air signs, even though, air is supposed to be, go with the flow. And a lot of my air signs have been extremely impatient, and rightfully so, because you guys have been sowing and sowing and sowing and sowing your seeds. And it feels like it's taking a lot longer to see the payoff of some of that stuff. Whereas before, you guys are used to seeing payoff for things almost immediately, even though you're fantastic, longevity planners. So I want to say that you guys are about this close. You're almost through that sowing part of the season for your payoff. I feel like for my air signs, the holidays are going to be really, really big for you. And I know this was supposed to be a rest of the week kind of energy. I would say for the rest of the week, be grateful for what you have to continue to sow, because your payoff's about to be crazy. And I feel like you guys actually have a busy week coming. Some of you have some opportunities in terms of career changes that are coming that you've kind of been looking at, kind of been preparing for, and you're going to get notification of it this week. Or you're going to get the opportunity start to extremely present itself. You're going to be seeing a lot of your synchronicities this week. Your 222s, your 444s, your 555s, which indicate change and transformation that's happening and that's coming. So pay attention to those synchronicities. More importantly, pay attention to what you're thinking about when you see them, kind of where your mind is going when you see them, because they're supposed to give you a little bit of a hint as to what's happening around then. Okay. So for the rest of the week, continue sowing, enjoy the sowing, because you have these ideas, you have these abilities, you have these gifts, you have this motivation, and you are going to bring about it for yourself. But you got to continue to put in. You're almost there. Your payoff is like extremely close. So congratulations, because y'all have been doing some really, really hard work. Okay. My fire signs, we are just coming out of our Leo season. I mean, technically it's Virgo season now, but we keep it for like 2 months anyways. So we're just coming out of our season. I feel like my fire signs, we had a lot of transformation that was happening. I feel like half of us coming out of our season, it wasn't a great season. It was like, this is supposed to be my time and I'm dealing with shenanigans but it was forced growth. Right. There was some losses that happened that seemed kind of out of the blue. But there was definitely some forced growth that happened. And then for those that were able to really enjoy and shine, you guys really got to enjoy and shine as you always do. And now it's like, okay, the party's over. Now I have to get down to business, because you guys really feel like coming out of the summertime is, we still have that school mentality. We've come out of summer, school starts again. Now we got to get down to business type of deal. And I feel like that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it can be motivational. It can be saying, I gave myself a break. I had some fun. Now I can get back to the work. Now I'm renewed. I'm refreshed to get back to the work. For this week, I would say let yourself really focus on what it is you're wanting. Okay, because a lot of you are doing what it is that you're used to, and you let yourself get back into the mode, but you've been seeing things that are indicative of things that you didn't think you could necessarily have, but that you want. Maybe, in a particular job, in a particular position, you've done this for years and you're used to doing this for years. So you're good at it, but you don't think you can be at that next level, at that managerial level, or in a position that's lateral, but still kind of more. Yes, you can. Why not? You can handle it. And it's not even about handling it. If that's what you want and that's what you can focus on, go after it. So this week, I would challenge you guys to really start looking at some of those things and putting out feelers for things that are just a little different, that are just a little bit more. okay, that are just a little bit out of the comfort zone, that are absolutely attainable. For my fire signs, you guys also have some love stuff coming up. Some of y'all are coming out of the summer, and it was a like that. It was a like that hot summer. Okay, and now y'all are like, okay, but now let me set up cuddle season because it's almost here. And some of you have some people that you were kicking it with, that you are connected to, that you've always kind of put them in your head as the fun. That's the fun person. And they're definitely more than that. And some of you know this, and some of you don't. Some of you are like, oh no, don't really pay attention. Pay attention. Because there's a couple of you that have some really, really good love opportunities through cuddle season with someone that's just a little bit unexpected, but still should definitely be given a chance. And I'm not talking about somebody walking around that's fun that has enough red flags to fill the UN. No. That's not what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. Someone that's, like I said, just you wouldn't have necessarily put them into that, but they've been trying to show you for a little bit that they are capable of that they are that kind of a person. So open your eyes, pay attention, and, try not to make it such a difference of, okay, this is good for this, but the compartmentalizing, because you guys are missing a lot of good stuff. Okay. So again, for the rest of the week, figure out what it is that you want. Period. That goes across the board. Okay. My water signs is money, 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 money. Worrying about money, the opportunity for more money. Some of you guys have opportunities at work as well. I feel like some of you work extremely hard. You guys are doing the job of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people, getting paid for the job of 1.5 because you might have got a little raise. And, my water signs that are very go with the flow, that don't like confrontation, that I completely understand, but that saying, a closed mouth don't get fed, is a saying for a reason. You have to open up your mouth. You have to assert yourself. And you're used to asserting yourself in a work capacity and being able to show, of course I can do this, this, and this. Why wouldn't I? I got this, this, and this done. Don't even worry about it. Of course, this has been done. I've been working on this. You guys are fantastic at asserting yourselves in that type of capacity, but not really asserting yourselves when you need to speak up, especially in defense of yourself or for yourself, to make it known that you aren't receiving what you need to be receiving. So my water signs, your goal for this week and what I see coming up for you guys for this week, even if it's silly and you got to practice in the mirror, you need to practice that assertion, because you guys are getting passed over for things that are due you. You more than deserve these things. As we are coming into this holiday season, I know that it can be scary to assert yourself and feel like you're putting your job in jeopardy or what have you, and we've got holiday coming up and all that other kind of stuff. But if you don't do it, you're going to stay in the same place, which is not enough for most of you to begin with, point blank and period. So assert yourself. There's a lot of good opportunities for you guys money-wise. Some of you more are entrepreneurial and you keep setting dates for yourself. Okay, in a month, I'm going to do this. Okay, first of the year, I'm going to do this. And it's understandable because starting a business is hard. Starting a business can cost money. Getting your LLC is a couple $100. There's all type of different ways. If you are serious about it, that door will be opened in a variety of ways. So stop letting that procrastination that you can rationalize, which is really fear, prevent what you have opening for you. Because my water signs, you guys have money coming all over the place, and it's going to calm down some of those money worries as well. So the rest of this week looks really, really good in terms of entrepreneurship, looks really good in terms of career, corporate type of work. If you open your mouth, if you assert yourself, period. Last but not least, my earth signs. Oh, my earth signs. You guys are so rooted. You guys are so grounded. You guys are so in upheaval right now. I am so sorry. I feel like my earth signs, which are normally my, my stability, my stabilizing people, y'all are all over the place. All over the place. And what's a trip is I don't know if it's coming out of the Mercury haterade, which, ended, excuse me, not too long ago. But the effects of Mercury retrograde actually can get felt for 2 weeks to a month after the retrograde ends, depending on, who you are. And for a lot of people that went through this most recent one that had all the electronic issues are rampant. But for those of you that went through this most recent one where there was a lot of emotional, like deep emotional stuff. There was stuff that you guys deal with every day that you don't even think about because it's everyday shenanigans, but something happened and all of a sudden it was like the end of the world because it brought up stuff that was so deep in there. You didn't even realize it was like that, For those of you that are dealing with the aftermath of that, you're going to be okay. It was necessary. It's not going to be easy. Get yourself a journal, get yourself someone that you literally can call and say, I just need to go off. I just need to vent. I would suggest a journal, a notebook, something where you can literally just let it all loose. I will put the link in the bio for mine, but you need to just let it all come out, because you dealt with quite a bit of it just coming out of this retrograde. So this week, I would say actually concentrate on the rest of the release because I feel some relief, but I feel like there's more release that you guys are needing to do so that you're coming into this last part of the year more clear and able to feel like you have some of that weight that you constantly carry. I feel like for a lot of you, this was family related. Some of you relationship related, but it really feels like it was more family related to me. Some of you carried the weight of your entire family on your shoulders. And you were really feeling that. So the rest of this week, I would say allow yourself to feel it, to release some of it, to acknowledge what was not healthy, what is healthier going forward, to own your part of it, to own your truth in it and how it affected you and how it made you feel, so that you can start to heal from it. For you guys this week, release meditations, not to bring up anything that's still in there because you've brought it up, but to literally begin to let it go. You'll notice by midweek, closer to the end, you're breathing differently. You're breathing more easily and didn't even realize that you weren't breathing right to begin with. Okay. So I'm sending you guys as much love and blessing as I possibly can. I'm sending you guys some calm, loving energy and some peace. And I hope you have an amazing, fantastic, productive, positive, prosperous week. Love, peace, and hair grease. I'll see you guys later.